2.5 billion rand, 156 billion rand, 1 trillion rand. That's what President Cyril Ramaphosa announced a few weeks ago. And most small businesses in South Africa will see absolutely none of it. Not because the money isn't real, but because they won't move fast enough. They won't prepare properly, and they won't understand where the opportunity actually sits. Let me tell you a story. Every year, big budgets are announced. Every year, entrepreneurs get excited. Every year they say, this is the year. This is my year. And then nothing changes. Because announcements don't build businesses. Positioning does. This isn't a political conversation. It's not about whether you agree with a speech or not. It's about one simple question. If you are a serious small business owner in South Africa, what should you do now? I'm going to show you 5 moments from the State of the Nation address. And after each one, I'll tell you exactly what it means for you and what you should actually do about it. Let's start where everyone starts, funding.
This year, we will provide more than 2.5 billion in funding to over 180,000 small and medium enterprises and extend a further 1 billion in guarantees. Naturally, we will seek to also focus on women and youth-led businesses to foster their empowerment.
On the surface, that sounds like relief. More money, more guarantees, more support. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most businesses don't fail to get funding because there isn't money available. They fail because they are not fundable. If your last 6 months of bank statements are absolutely chaotic, if your tax isn't up to date, if you don't know your numbers, your gross margin, if you've got a tender the size of your purchase order, if you can't clearly explain what the money is for, the truth is you're not ready. So what should you actually do? First, get your numbers clean. Not perfect, clean. Know your monthly expenses. Know your revenue. Know your margin. Second, be specific about why you need funding. If you win a purchase order or a tender and need to pay suppliers up front, that's called purchase order funding. If you've delivered and are waiting 30 to 60 days to be paid, that's called invoice discounting. Don't take a generic loan for a specific cash flow problem. Third, separate your personal and your business finances. If your lender cannot see where the business ends and you begin, they won't back you. Funding flows to clarity. Now let's talk about something related, cheaper credit.
And we will amend the National Credit Act regulations to make it easier to access credit at a lower cost.
Oh, cheaper credit sounds like good news. But cheaper credit doesn't fix bad behavior. If your cost of capital drops slightly, your spending is undisciplined. You don't grow. You just borrow faster. So here's what you do. Start tracking your cash weekly, not monthly, weekly. Know how much is coming in. Know what is going out. Know when payroll hits. Know your break-even number. If you don't know the revenue you need just to survive each month, you're flying blind. And before you borrow, ask one question. Will this money earn more than it costs? If the answer isn't clear, don't take it. Cheaper credit rewards disciplined businesses. Now let's move to something that most people overlook, procurement reform.
And there will be a special focus on restructuring our procurement system with a view to ending corruption. The Auditor General reports that the majority of incidents of corruption originate in the procurement system. We cannot allow this cancer to continue, and we must therefore act.
When procurement systems tighten and become more transparent, the hustler gets squeezed out and the structured operator gets invited in. So ask yourself honestly, if someone looked at your business today, would you look like a supplier? Or would you look like someone chasing tenders? Do you have a clear company profile? Can you explain exactly what you do in a single paragraph, in one paragraph? Do you have proof that you've delivered before? Are your compliance documents clean and ready? If the answer is no, My suggestion, fix that before you start chasing work. Now let's talk about water.
We are building new dams, upgrading existing infrastructure. We have committed 156 billion rand in public funding for water and sanitation infrastructure over the next 3 years.
Water is an absolute crisis in South Africa, but it is also a market. If government is committing 156 billion rand to water infrastructure, that transforms into tenders. It becomes maintenance contracts. It becomes upgrades. It becomes supply work. If you are in plumbing, civil works, engineering, chemicals maintenance, this is not abstract. But here's the important part. Winning the tender is not the victory. Delivering it profitably is. If you win a contract and you need to pay suppliers upfront, you need working capital. If you deliver and then wait 30 or 60 days for payment, you need cash flow support. The mistake small businesses make is thinking the opportunity is the announcement. The real opportunity is being structured enough to execute. You've heard the number. 156 billion rand for water infrastructure. You've got a business that could support that. But here's the real question. Where on earth do you even start looking for the right opportunity for your business? Because this is where most small businesses get stuck. They hear the budget, they feel the excitement, and then nothing. They don't know where to look. They don't know what's live. They don't know what fits them. So let me show you something practical. This is Tender Central, powered by Sourcefin. Instead of guessing, I can filter. Let's say I'm a plumbing and maintenance business based in Gauteng. I come in here and I filter by sector, water and sanitation. Then I narrow it down by province. Let's assume I'm in Gauteng. Immediately, I start seeing live tenders. Opportunity doesn't start when the speech ends. It starts when you start searching properly. www.tendercentral.co.za. Link is in the description box below. Let's get back to the video. Now let's talk about the headline number, infrastructure.
For many years, fixed investment has been declining. We are now changing all that. Government has committed more than 1 trillion rand in public investment over 3 years to build and maintain infrastructure. This is the largest allocation of its kind in our country's history, and it will be transformative.
I'm going to repeat that number, 1 trillion rand. But most small businesses won't touch it directly. Infrastructure money flows to large contractors first, and then to subcontractors. So your strategy should not be to chase everything. Your strategy should be to specialize. Pick one lane: energy, water, rail, digital infrastructure. Identify the prime contractors in that space. Approach them with a clear capability profile and proof of delivery. Offer something repeatable. The businesses that win infrastructure work are not the loudest. They are the most reliable. So what's the real lesson from this entire speech? Capital will move, infrastructure is going to accelerate, procurement will tighten, and when systems tighten, the gap between structured and unstructured businesses widens. 2026 will not reward hustle. It will reward preparation. Clean your numbers, structure your operations, use the right funding for the right problem. Build relationships upstream. This isn't about politics. It's about positioning. If you're a small business owner in South Africa, this year could be a meaningful one for you, but not by accident. Comment on your industry, and I'll tell you which of these 5 areas you should focus on first. I'll see you in the next video. If you're watching this, you're early. This is the Great Enabler Podcast. We're new. We've got 292 subscribers, and we're just getting started. We back what we're building. We're going to bring you the best guests, real stories, real trade-offs, real wisdom for serious business builders. If you back yourself and you're building something that matters, be one of the first to join us on this journey. Let's see how big we can grow this thing together.